All right, what's up, guys? We're back with another one here. So we got some big news. We got some big news right now. If you're a Street Fighter fan, if you're a Street Fighter TO tournament player, you better watch out. The CapCops are coming for your ass right now. You know, you thought everything was good. We had our fun, remember? Everybody was making fun of Nintendo for a while. Like, oh, Nintendo doesn't care about the community. Nintendo, man, they're trying to kill the Smash scene. Well, Capcom, not one to be outdone, today revealed this very exciting community license agreement. I like the intro. I like the first sentence too. Look, it says calling out tournament organizers. They make it sound like it's like a really exciting announcement, like calling out tournament organizers. We got great news for you. Instead, it links to their new content license agreement. So it's a lot of like legal jargon and everything. Of course, the FGC's very own lawyer, Mr. Ultra David, who's very experienced in copyright law as well. He wrote this article. So I highly suggest, if you're interested in this, even if you're not, I think you should read it anyway. It's a good read right there. Here, Ultra David right there. He's got the full article with his take on his website here. So I don't want to go over everything, but a quick overview here. Stolen from Ultra David, of course. Thank you, David. But the gist of it is that they are trying to qualify events with a tier. So it's like, if you want to host a tournament, if you want to host anything, basically, you need to apply and get permission from the company. Now, the majority of FGC events are community events, you know, like NLBC, right? The thing Spooky runs right there. Wednesday Night Fights, all this stuff. They're events that are started by the community members. They started small, you know, they started small just by passion. And over the years, after working very, very hard, they've grown, but it's not like none of these events are money-making events. They're not, as much as people always want to like blame TOs and stuff. TOs aren't doing this to make money, you know? They're doing it because they love the game. They're doing it to support the community. And they are still community events in our eyes, right? But what this new like outline that Capcom's doing is, if you want to be considered a community event, here's the overview from Ultra David's page here. But if you want to count as a community event, you have to meet the following criteria. So for individual events, you have to have a prize pool smaller than $2,000 and sponsorship revenue less than $5,000. $2,000 is not a lot of money currently for fighting game tournaments, especially if you bring in, you know, Matcherino. Shout out to Arturo Sanchez. But like Matcherino recently has done tons of work of getting fat prize pools right there. TOs, streamers are working to get sponsors too. You know, we're getting a sponsor, adding more money to the prize pot right there. You know, and this money goes back to the players. This goes back to the players. It's again, this is a community tournament, but what this new guideline is saying is that this is not a community event now, right? It's too much money. It's not a community event anymore. Number two, TOs in a 12-month period, that total prize pool is less than $10,000. So again, if you host multiple tournaments, you know, you host a weekly event, you're definitely going to have more than $10,000 in a year, without a doubt. Someone like Big E, you know, Big E hosts Winter Brawl, NEC, Summer Jam. He hosts a lot of like majors, mediums. I don't know what you call him, but again, he's going to be too big. He doesn't count. Can't sell merchandise, blah, blah, blah. And number 5 is super interesting, though. It says, also, you cannot charge a spectator fee. So this is another really big thing. This doesn't really affect weeklies so much, because usually the weeklies don't have a spectator fee. But big events right now, you know, CEO, Combo Breaker, there's 2 types of badges. There's the regular like participant, and then there's a spectator fee. So are they just saying you can't have a spectator badge anymore? What does that mean? Does that mean like you're not allowed to go to EVO unless you enter a tournament? Or does that mean they have to let you in for free? I don't know. It's very, very ambiguous right here. But the big thing is that all these community events, right? These events that we consider community events, Capcom is now not considering them community events. These are now like official esports entities. They've gotten too big. They're going to have to apply for an esports license, which there's no details about yet. But what I will tell you, while this is making big news in the West, this has been in Japan since Street Fighter V. This has been around since 2016. I have personally experienced this throughout the years because I have worked with Japanese production crews. I have seen events just get cut down. Events that were done for the community, you know, fun events. Let's try and grow the scene. Let's make it like free to enter and everything. Just sliced down because you didn't pay for the license. You didn't pay for the rights to use our game at your event. So is this going to be something that happens to America? Is this going to be like what happened in America? I hope not. If you don't know, stuff like this, like the Street Fighter League, I know you guys love watching the Street Fighter League. To be in the Street Fighter League, these teams are paying tens of thousands of dollars. Like the exact amount is huge. It's not $10,000. It's tens of thousands, right? Closer to $100,000 kind of thing, right? You have to pay for the rights to enter the league. And by doing that, it gives you other rights where it's like, all right, you can sell jerseys with our logo on it. It's very, very, very corporate, right? Very, very corporate, very, very esports. And I feel like in Japan, that's kind of the norm. So it's okay. But the West, America, like we not just America, just all the Western countries, everywhere. Europe, South America, it's all like local, just like player-driven, community-focused events. And like, if these are going to go away because Capcom's shooting themselves in the foot, I don't know what the hell is going on, man. This is I do not understand what they're thinking with this. I don't understand this first line too. Calling out tournament organizers. I do not understand why they think this is like a good idea. They thought they were doing something cool. There's like Capcom employees too. They're like, hey guys, we got some great news for you. Of course, they're getting blown up on social media, so who knows? They might relook it or rethink their ideas and maybe come with another plan. But so far, it's not going too hot. Just to give you a little comparison, by the way, here is SNK's. Here's SNK's tournament guidelines. Ready? SNK has something called the Esports Support Program, where what you do is if you apply, you don't have to. It's completely optional. But if you want to apply, register your tournament, and you can get over like 15 people to enter your tournament, SNK will support you. They will like tweet out your tournament. They'll make like videos with like your highlights and stuff like that. If you get over a certain amount, they'll even give you like prizes right there. It's not just SNK, by the way. Arxis is the same way. With Guilty Gear Strive came out, they announced the event support. If you want to ask them, is that, hey, we have an event. We'd love it if you, Arxis, we'd love it if you like acknowledge it officially. They'll give you, again, they'll promote you. They'll give you a custom badge. If you get over a certain amount of entrants, they'll give you like custom buttons. Like they'll give you like an arcade stick button that has like a Guilty Gear Strive character or something. Like just fun little prizes to give people out. That's how the devs should be supporting their community, not whatever the hell this Capcom thing is. I like this idea. Someone had this idea right here. I like this one. This is a good take here from my fellow BGC brethren. He says they're trying to keep the prize limit down so that they can keep the Capcom Cup prize limit down. You know, they're trying to stay in control. They're trying to keep control over their IP and everything like that. It's pretty grimy here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the best one too, right? We talked about SNK. We talked about Arxis. Here's another one. The old Fighting Tuesday. Remember this event? So this event, this is something that we started. You know, we started as a community. It was just me, you know, Obama, everybody. Like the community started it. Bandai Namco stepped in after like we did like 10 times. They didn't step in and say, hey, you're using our game. You need to give us money. You're not allowed to do this, da 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 da. They stepped in and said, hey, how about this? Instead of you guys charging entry fee to the players, we'll just pay you guys to host the event, and then everyone can come for free. So that's what we did. You know, 90 Fighting Tuesdays, Bandai Namco, they hosted it, they supported it, so that everybody could just come, enjoy, enter tournaments for free. So what's the big deal? Why is Capcom going the complete opposite route, man? I don't know. I don't know, man. All I can say is that you guys are in trouble. I'm in trouble too. Just for making this video. They got their sights on me right there. Don't do it. Don't do it, Jiyuna. But yeah, it's just disappointing again. You know, I've already been disappointed. You know, I've talked about it before in other videos. I've been disappointed for a while now with just Capcom. It feels like they're very successful. It's kind of getting to their head, I think. You know, like they are the leaders of esports. They can do whatever they want, or FGC. So this just kind of adds on to that, solidifies it a little bit more, but we'll see. Worst case scenario is that they follow through, but I don't think it's going to happen, right? I feel like what's going to happen is like they wanted to just have it in writing in case they needed to actually like call it in action, but hopefully they don't. Hopefully they just wanted to get it out there, but they don't actually follow through, because if they're actually going to screw community FGC events because they think like they're that big, I hope the community actually takes a stand and fights back. Not like Nintendo. The Nintendo fans have been getting their ass kicked for years, but they just keep going, man. It's a very toxic relationship, but we'll see. But that's it. I just wanted to share this update with you, and I wanted to warn you guys. You better not be streaming Street Fighter. I don't want you talking about Street Fighter. You better not, if you're watching this video and you leave a comment, you better not even write SF if you don't have the license, because you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. That's all I got to say. But yeah, and on the other hand, if you're a jaded Street Fighter 5 player, hey man, Guilty Gear Strive's out. King of Fighters is really fun. Tekken's a great game, of course. There's a lot of other games you can play, man. There's no need to get locked into one, man. Try something else, man. Blaze's got rollback too. But yeah, if you're still watching, thank you guys. Leave a comment on all that good stuff. How do you feel about this? You think I'm overreacting? Do you think Capcom's not actually going to do any of this? Or do you agree? There's a lot of other stuff too. Like I mentioned, you should read Ultra David's article for the full breakdown. There's a lot of other stuff, like Capcom having the rights to the stream, having the rights to the photos, just basically able to take everything they want for free. It's pretty shady. But yeah, let me know how you're feeling. Leave a comment on the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.